Hello everyone. Tasha's helped me and I now have the chat to the side. So this is the latest and this should archive, hopefully. So what can I talk about now? So we've got a few players on the server here now. And the state of things is pretty good, which is very pleasing for us. People are probably getting sick of this area, so I should probably run somewhere else. We've just about got the new randomized spawn system working, but we haven't yet. Tash, you just want to check that my sound is actually coming through? You might have to push the unmute on the... Yeah. Oh, and I can see my little thing moving. Yeah. So I can see the chat, so if people do have questions, I can try answer them. In the meantime, I'm just going to go try and run somewhere. A couple of new cool things that have happened. So we did quite a few updates with the zombies, and now you can actually knock the zombies out in the head. And that is actually really useful. So you can actually punch the zombie will fall over and then get back up. And it's very useful for as you're running around, particularly if you don't have a melee item, it can really help things. Another quite important thing is that this baseball bat's worn, so the damage of the actual item itself has quite an effect on how that item actually functions. So a worn bat does not do as much damage as like a pristine bat. So there has been some improvements to. So let's try the zombie here. I'm going to try punching him in the head. So once he's noticed me, there we go. He's real peed off. Oh, he's going to try jump me. Oh. So there we go. You see he's fallen over. He's going to get back up, and he's going to come towards me. So I'm bleeding. He's really angry. There we go. Bam, there goes down. So it allows you to actually be, you know, really quite useful against a zombie, even with just your fits, if you're really skilled like I am. Getting really into this. Uh-oh, we got another zombie. I think it's time to get the baseball bat out here and really. Yeah. Oh, it's Soma there. Hi Soma. How you doing? Another thing that people might like as well is the connection messages. I've just disabled them for the moment. We're going to look at options for what we can do with them. Well, this is really not going that well. Okay, I'm just going to very quickly here bandage myself. Oh god. Oh god. She's still awake, so there's an example of I whacked her in the head. Now I try and take her out. She's gone down again. So my bat's slowly getting, it's taking damage, so its durability's going down. Oh god, there's a zombie coming. Oh no, it's a player. Hello. Okay, I had this bug before, damn it. Alpha. So it's telling me I've got something in my hands, but I actually don't. Which is really irritating. So that probably means I'm going to die, but maybe that means I can demonstrate the respawning system, which we've put in, sort of as a temporary measure just with the alpha. Just be 1 second, guys. So now we're running along. Where are we running, Tosh? Brian, you get yours set up, and Tosh, you move yours over. You see if you can jump your character to where I am, and then we can run around. Brian can move you. Okay, sorry about that, people. Oh, it says unable to connect to chat.
Yeah, that's Twitch, dude. Twitch does that all the time. Twitch chat is timed out.
Will I still be in the chat?
You're still streaming, but nobody can see the chat. They're all getting the same message you are.
Oh. Okay, so I guess I'll carry on. So you can see here after my little, I guess, fun times with the zombies, you can see the helmet's completely ruined. So the motorbike helmets are actually quite useful now. We haven't got the sound distortion in yet, but the sound distortion is going to make quite a big difference, I think, to how the game actually plays out. Same with the shirt. So the shirt actually provides me protection from bleeding and stuff like that. So every different item has different attributes for how it protects you from shock damage, how it protects you from all different kinds of damage and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find some water, find some food, because if I have my food and water full, or at least I'm not thirsty and I'm not hungry, then my body will start regenerating blood and things like that. You can see we've also had some improvements in client frame rate as well, which really we haven't been necessarily actively pursuing, but they've just been kind of come out along the way. Oh, it says welcome to the chat room. Oh, it looks like we got V here. Oh dear. Please turn off post-processing. Why? What's wrong with post-processing? No, I've turned off rotational blur. No, I never remember where anything is. Is that better? When is the release date, Rocket? Oh. Is there a global inventory? So at the moment, the way we have it is that it's all synchronized to the database. But what we're going to do is we are going to look at having permanent items on servers, on allowing password protected servers which will lock you to that server, so you'll only have a character on that server. When we can allow very large numbers of player on a server, that might be the time where we restrict it, one server, one character. If you've got 400 odd people can be on the server, then it's going to be fine. So there has been a lot of improvements. You can see now with my helmet that it's actually visually damaged. So we've been going through with all items and adding those different kind of states. And I really can't wait until we get the sound distortion for, with the helmet working. That's going to be really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I don't know why my rendering resolution's there. I don't really want to screw with all that because I have to restart the game. So I don't want to mess around too much with the settings. I'm cooking dinner at the moment as well, so I'm like multitasking. Brian and Tasha here. Oh, really? Have you set up the Teamspeak, Brian? Why am I eating? Probably because you have to. Yeah, well, like obviously we do want to expand the game, and obviously Eve's a big inspiration, but I think it's really important that everything functions more or less correctly. There's still a lot of bugs that we've got. We've got a really nasty bug at the moment where sometimes when you spawn in it creates two characters. One of your character has all your stuff, and when you push your control keys it actually moves them both around. So we need to fix a lot of that stuff first. Well, I've kind of spawned in an area where a lot of people have gone through and killed all the zombies. At the moment we've got the zombie bodies instantly disappearing, just so that we can see how many zombies we can actually spawn in without worrying about cleanup and all that kind of stuff.
Connected. You were moved.
Testing. 'Cause I
User was moved to your channel.
now I need to find.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. What up?
Just
Word.
watching, it looks awesome.
Yeah, so we've had a pretty good week. So your role, and Brian's and Tasha's when they can be stopped being lazy, is to try and prompt me for questions so I don't have to concentrate on everything all the time.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Like, you know,
All
what
right,
you
folks.
wearing? How you doing?
Actually, that's a good question. What are you actually wearing? Is it cold over there? Are you bundled
No,
up and
it's
warm?
well, we're in my. We've finished the work for the day, and we're in my apartment, and I am cooking dinner, and I'm probably about to burn it. Hold on.
Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. That's what he's making. That's my guess.
Okay, Jordan, you're live, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm watching the stream. Looks,
Okay.
the game looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, so we had a pretty interesting week. A lot of bugs fixed, a lot of bugs created.
All right, so
Well, I
you
got a
guys will
syncing
ask
issue
some
here.
questions. you guys will ask some questions, I could start relaying them to Rocket. Will there be music in the game? Says Ocam.
No. We might add it so that later on people can maybe add their own music or come up with a pack or a music pack or something like that. But I think we're kind of just really focused at the moment on this core stuff. We thought about it a bit. Maybe we could come up with something. We've talked a bit with a few composers and stuff like that, so it's something we can do. But certainly for the alpha, which is obviously, you know, not too far away, we want to. We just don't have time.
Right, yeah. I always loved the ominous track that came with the mod. That slight beat in the background, I love that. It really added a lot to the experience.
Yeah, some people really like them, some people don't. We'd like to do it, but it's not something we're obviously going to delay getting everything out for.
Yeah, of course.
I might restart the server, Brian, so that we actually have zombies. Looks like everybody's been through and killed all these.
Well, I know he's talked about this a little bit earlier, but now there's a lot more people in here. Register TV says, how has the server performance been coming along? It's kind of a broad question, but...
It's good. I was likening it to... damn it, is there a wall here?
Server reboot incoming.
Okay. I should probably just disconnect. One last look for stuff. Yeah, the server performance has been... Oh my god. Do not restart yet.
Oh, I should restart it right now. I really should, for all the times you've done it to me.
Okay.
Restart it before he gets the scope. No.
I will answer your question in a second. Oh yeah, there's a bit of an echo. Is that me? Is that me causing that? No, it's you.
It can be. I'm muted.
Yeah, but this isn't.
For the love of God. Here's the headset.
You kids are just...
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Brian Hicks. You can blame him for that, among other things. Brian, there's 2 DayZ testing servers.
Oh, looks like the... that again.
Have you seen my
Maybe not for
baseball?
everybody. Have you seen my baseball? I need to rewatch that. It's such a great film. American classic. Oh man, my chat completely died and that sucks. What time is it over there?
So this is one of probably our biggest blocking bugs here is, at the moment, sometimes when you spawn in, you get 2 of your character. And it's really annoying.
That is weird. Can you kill yourself?
No, you can't. Oh, sweet. So it hasn't doppelganger me, which is good. What's this? Some M4 stuff. I don't know where the M4s are, and I think I have to go to Green Mountain or somewhere to find one. So it's the nearest place. So I'm just gonna skip that. Okay, where were we?
Someone asked about server stability and how the testing was coming along for an alpha release.
Really good. Like, I think the big problem we have at the moment is that doppelganger. So we're working on that a bit today. That we're probably fixing for Monday. Oh, sweet compass. Yeah, and that's really our big issue now is that, yeah, is that. Other than that, performance is pretty good. It could be better. we've got a lot of bold sort of plans in order to fix it, but some of them we're kind of dividing them into two parts. The stuff that we can conceivably do in the short term for the alpha, and the stuff that we're just going to have to wait longer for.
Well, I believe in you.
Thank
Believe
you.
in you. Believe in you. Ooh, ooh. Is your chat busted because mine's currently crashed? So.
No, I don't think it is.
Oh, okay, you're lucky.
Someone's
then.
just typing. Like,
Let me refresh mine.
I think they think I'm saying it's releasing Monday. Or something. Apparently, I mentioned the word Monday, so it must be on Monday. You feel extremely tired. I do feel extremely tired.
I told them that the release date is actually written down on a big banner that's tied to an airplane, and it's going to fly over their house. They need to run outside and wait for it to fly over.
I can't play DayZ properly. Someone's going to have to dish up the dinner.
Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs?
You'll have to divide the lamb into, because there's 3 people and there's 2 lots of it, so you're going to have to divide it up.
Hope you're not
Oh, look, one of the things that I'm really excited about, that we don't have it in yet, but is really exciting, is, so nighttime is an eternal problem, as I'm sure you know from the mod. And what the hell direction am I going? So nighttime, always a problem for us. And
again in Teamspeak.
Brian, I think you're still echoing. Yeah, so it's just a never-ending problem for us. One of the big problems is that point source lighting doesn't work properly. It doesn't highlight the materials. You can actually see a symptom of it here. You can see the materials aren't actually being applied to the character. When the screen eventually gets there, you'll see it. Oh wait, that's right. You see it. You hear me before you see it. So that character, the screen in the inventory, he's not getting the material effects either. So it means that that's why nighttime doesn't look very good. And we know how to fix that. We've got someone working on that now. And I think once that comes through, it's going to make a really, really big difference.
Fantastic. That's awesome. So is it like a true pitch black night? Like you're going to need flashlights and flares, or will stars and the moon help?
Well, again, I guess it depends on the cycle. At the moment, we've got it so that the server defaults to the time of the server that it's being run on.
Copy that. Copy that. Cool.
We want to go through and replace all these refrigerators with actual objects that you can open, but that's not an alpha.
Well, here's a question that I get in my chat all the time. So, and I kind of already possibly know what the answer is going to be, but here it is anyway from Fire Team Echo. Can DayZ ever come to console?
Yes. Yeah, it can.
Cool.
Definitely. Oh, can I?
Well, there you go, Fire Team.
I can't.
There you go.
Why haven't we done that yet? I should really make it so, because you can actually open a can with a knife. So yeah, I guess the big differences have been, other than bug fixing, have been improving the melee system so that the items themselves degrade when you do the melee, and also they do damage proportional to the amount of damage that they've actually received.
Very nice. That's awesome. Worn bat. Cool. See here. Let's get some more questions here. Can you move and do actions? For example, can you bandage and walk at the same time? From Alper the stream.
It really depends on the action. So certain actions you can. Our animators are still going through it, so you'll notice, probably people have noticed, that you can actually grab a weapon while you're running, a rifle. But unfortunately, we haven't finished off doing so. Oh, you can. So they have finished it. So you can see there, I'm grabbing the bat. I'm putting it on my back at the same time. So certain items you can. So there, I've got a knife. Put the knife away.
Very
that
nice.
was terrifying.
That was so awesome. I want to stab a player with a knife so badly. I know that sounds creepy.
Yeah, so there's been a few updates on this kind of stuff, like I was saying before. So My clothes are pretty ruined, so they're probably not going to provide me any real, like, a lot of benefit, but certain, like, you can get anti-stab vests and stuff like that that don't provide you ballistic protection, but provide you protection against knives and stuff like that.
Cool. That is awesome. Wow. That is really cool. So, is there a much larger amount of items in the standalone that do different things with their different stats, as opposed to the mod, where it's just, you know, your basic medical supplies, your bandage for bleeding, your morphine for legs, food, drinks, etc.? Is there a lot more to it?
Yeah, there's a heap more to it in terms of that stuff.
Excellent.
And we're only really just getting started with it, I guess. We want to expand the way rags work and stuff like that. Randomly, I have ended up running to the same place I did last week. What the hell?
It was meant to be. We should build a home here. Settle down.
Yeah, it's good to go. Our dinner has arrived. I don't know whether you had any other questions, Soma. Otherwise, I'm just going to run around.
Oh, you can run around. I'm just coming up with just questions I can see in the chat. My chat keeps crashing, but as I see them, I'll relay them your way. Okay. Are there any more items that require other players, like blood bags do in original DayZ? From Ozo Dio.
Ooh, quite a few. God, there's just so many items. There's about 400 items at the moment, so there's a whole heap of them. I think administering some... No, the injections you can do them. Actually, maybe there's not too many. Maybe a lot of them are that you're able to... Yeah, so maybe most of them are like that. Oh, I keep getting
So
stuck
blood
on
bags still requires a friend to help you out then?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, very cool.
I think we are planning on having some of the stuff that you can do them on yourself, but it takes longer, or maybe there's more risk, that kind of stuff.
Right. So in terms of clothing and whatnot, someone was asking about finding the original Survivor, Bandit, and Hero skins. Is that possible, or is it just mismatched clothing and whatnot that you can just customize yourself as you find it? Just kind of a weird question, but I love the Hero skin.
Yeah, I do like the Hero one as well. It's really just mismatched for the moment. We want to add in new stuff as it comes in, and we will. Oh, here's a cool building. Can I get up? Can I crawl up? We really want to do